All right, so I'm going to go over some quick searching. This is one of the very big elements of LinkedIn. Part of this you might have heard, much of this you haven't. I'm going to go kind of fast, all right? All right, this is lightning round a little bit. This is called the keyword here, Internet of Things. You see it has quotes around it? Multiple words, got to have quotes around it if you want to find it, all right? Otherwise you'll find, without those 3 words together, you'll find the whole internet, won't you? Pretty much, right? Pretty much got it all. Now in searching on LinkedIn.com, you've got to put any of these here. Put your keywords in first. Let me share the frustration of not doing that. You put in job titles, you get it all right. You put in all these other things I'm going to show you here, and then all of a sudden, you put in a keyword and it blanks everything out. Do you see why Dave gave you that tip, right? You'll learn it one time, but I just helped to make it so you didn't have to learn it one time. As soon as you do, it just blanks everything out. So blank out the blank stuff. All right, so we put that in first. Next, we're going to search on job titles. And job titles, a set of titles here. I'm going to go kind of quickly through this. All right, how does that look? Get that? Ors and ands, got a little quotes in there. If there's someone you don't like, you can kick them out of bed. I don't like retired people, you're out of here. The more you do, the more not you get out there, and the better it gets. You're kicking all these folks out, and you get something really, really nice when you get all the ors and ands and everything going. All right, the next thing in your searching is what industry people are in. There's 147 industries, and nobody's ever needed more than half of them. So you can wipe out half of the folks that never need you and focus on the half that do that quickly. All right, pretty simple. A lot of check boxes, though. I said there's 147, and you got to check them one at a time. All right. Locations matter a lot, where people are. The difference between Denver and Boulder and Fort Collins and Greeley and those areas, if you really need to be granular about that, then you need some of the things that Sales Navigator can do, because it can get really granular. I'm not going to dive deep into it, but if you need to target like that, you just can't say Denver or just United States. If you need to be granular, you need the Sales Navigator product, because it'll do zip codes, for example. So you put this stuff in the menu, you put your stuff in your keywords, you plug it all into LinkedIn, and hallelujah, there's our search. Okay, this is what things look like a roulette table where you're placing bets out on the table. All right, computer software, there's our Internet of Things at the top, our presidents and stuff. Notice, see right there, notice right there? There's more words than the box will hold, but there's a lot of stuff there. This is why you write it in Google Docs. Write this stuff in a Word file or Google Docs and paste it in. You're never going to get a Boolean thing right if you can only see part of it at one time. All right? So LinkedIn has 11 filters, and there's 29 with Sales Navigator. Do you see why on the wrong side? See why I hug this one over here? Because I don't want to spend time chasing people that don't need what I have. I get into trouble when I call on people that don't need what I have. They're the ones who complain. I teach daycare. Why are you reaching out to me? You know, and literally because of the fancy Boolean that I showed you there with the knots and stuff, you can get this pretty good. But still, there's other filters that Sales Navigator has. They use the small, medium, large principle. Okay? Large companies. Here's Quest. No, not Quest anymore. CenturyLink. I'm dating myself, aren't I? I'm kidding. All right, so there's CenturyLink, big badass building, right? How many people call on companies that have 10,000 or more employees? We wish, maybe. Maybe we don't wish. I'm sorry. It's not so fun calling on big companies like that. It's really not. On the other hand, there's really small ones out there, little mom and pop shops. That's Vistaprint, right? They want these people. But somewhere in the middle, what you have is the sweet spot for the size companies we want to work with. And that sweet spot is only available in Sales Navigator. So if you decide, I don't want to call on little companies, and you want software help, Sales Navigator will do that for you. It'll weed out the small ones if you choose to uncheck boxes. All right? There's a few others. Let's say you don't really work with youngsters, or you specifically do. You can choose what's right for you. So there's a lot more. I don't want to get too far into it. I said there's 29 filters. I show you what matters most. This is fast-paced expert stuff.